All right, welcome. We're here for the 8:30 final pool play game. Last one of pool play. Small field for the tournament here. Looks like the boys have a pretty good shot to play into the championship they'll play this afternoon. Unfortunately, a little break here between the morning and the afternoon game before we can get back on the road. But one of probably two games today. Next one could be at 3 o'clock. So today, this morning, playing the Fox Valley Blades in the black and red. KC will be in the all-black sweaters. Smith will take the face-off here. 13-minute stop clock periods. Allender and Bachter are your wingers. Barron and McClin on D. And we're underway. KC controls the face-off. Allender slides it over to Smith. Smith trying to chip it into the zone, but poke checked away by the Blades. Blades chip it out of the zone, but KC sends it right back in, but offsides. Back and forth over the blue line there. Get our first stoppage of the morning. McClin takes the face off after the clearing attempt by the Blades. He'll dump it in. It'll circle behind the Blades net. Blades pick it up on the near corner, trying to play it out, but good pressure there by Smith. Bachter digs it out of the corner. Bachter and Smith trying to set up something behind the net. Poke checked away by the Blades, though. We'll tie up on the far side. Bachter's in the battle. It squirts out the blue line, and McClin backhands it back into the zone. Bachter chasing around behind the net. A couple Blades players there, preventing any action on that one. Blades try to clear it out. Comes all the way back to the point. Howard fresh off the bench. He'll take a shot. Turned aside by the Blades goalie. Howard on the ice for Allender. A partial line change here. Barron comes away with it. Down to the slot. Quick shot, and he scores. Asher Barron, top right corner. KC on the board, 1-0 here. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the first. KC strikes first. Barron's a quick wrist shot. Keep the goalie over the glove side. High in the top corner. KC finishes off the rest of their line change. Hargadine to take the face off. JC and Howard are your wingers. Phillips and Landon Weisner on defense. Loose puck picked up by Howard at the blue line. He jumps right in the zone. Poke checked away, though, momentarily by the Blades. And they'll regroup in their own zone. Howard applying pressure behind the net. Force a pass back behind the Blades net. Hargadine and Howard trying to keep it alive, but it's cleared out. Comes all the way back to Phillips at center ice. Phillips looking for a good sauce pass over to JC. Got around some traffic. Looking over at Weisner. He bought some time and found JC on the far side, on the near side. Hargadine trying to get through some traffic, maybe get it back to the point, but it's dug out by the Blades. Blades will send it around. Weisner on the point, comes all the way back to Weisner. Weisner chips it back down low. Back to Weisner. Quick shot high over the glass. Or over the crossbar, I should say. Hits the glass. Hargadine plays it back to Phillips, right back to Hargadine. Poke check, though, and the Blades come away with it. They flip it through the zone, glove down by Phillips. Phillips trying to get through some poke check attempts there by the Blades, but the Blades come away with it. Weisner in a battle. He comes away with it, sends it around the sideboards, looking for his brother Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner trying to chip it through some traffic, but the Blades pinch it down on the boards. They keep it alive in the KC zone. Quick shot turned aside by Eager. By the way, Eager in the net this morning for this first game. Weisner taps it ahead to Johnson. Johnson streaking with Myers and Logan Weisner. 3-on-2 break for Kansas City. Myers over to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner will go low behind the net. Poke check by the Blades. They disrupt that. Johnson there to turn him the other direction again. Blades cleared out all the way to center ice. Outlet pass picked off by Powell. Powell and Hill on in D for the KC defensive unit. Loose puck picked up by Myers. Just overskated it. Trying to get into the zone there, but poke checked away by the Blades. Hill backhands it up the boards, trying to find Johnson through some traffic. Myers there in support. He chips it down low, and Myers will chase after it. Or Johnson will chase after it. Myers back to the bench on a line change. On comes Smith. Good job by Powell to disrupt that outlet pass there by the Blades. And Hill dumps it in. Loose puck squirts back to the point just behind Powell. Powell streaking back checking. Blades trying to come away with on the left side there, but they overskated, created their own offside situation as a poke check by Powell disrupted the rush. The forward The Blades skated into the zone without the puck. Eventually the puck went in, creating the offsides. Brown on the wing. Smith takes the face off. Dungy on the other wing. Barron streaking through some traffic on the right side. He goes down low. Tied up behind the net, I should say, on the far boards. They'll come away with it, though, trying to get through some traffic, but picked off by the Blades. Barron down low. Smith is rolled back to the right D. Smith trying to keep it in on a skate, but just trickles out of the zone. No reset. Smith plays it over to McClin. Quick patch up to Dungy. Dungy trying to get around some traffic, loses an edge. He's back on his feet. Dungy back to McClin. Shot for McClin, looking for a tip. Goes underneath the stick of Brown into the near corner. Blades cleared out, and it trickles all the way down to the KC zone for an icing call. 8:44 remaining in this first period. Face-off won by Kansas City. Back to Barron. Barron with the shot, however, the crossbar, looking for that top right corner. Just floated high and wide. Johnson trying to keep it at the blue line, but it trickles out. Bachta chasing after it. Long outlet pass by the Blades here to the left side. Streaking up across the blue line. Quick shot. Flutters to the near post. Blocker saved by Eager. Good job by KC to reverse the direction here quickly again. Back at the Blades zone. Allender taps it ahead to Johnson. Johnson chips it around some traffic. Bachta sets up shot in the slot, trying to get a centering pass. Loose puck comes right in front to Allender. He takes a crack at it, turned aside by the defense. One of those may have got to the goalie, and some of those might have been chipped aside by the defense. Barron gloves it down at the point. Tries to get a shot, but it's redirected into the far corner. Allender and Bachta chasing after from the far side. Johnson heads to the bench for a line change. JC is on. Blades come the other direction. JC fresh off the bench. Try to get through a traffic there and poke check it away. On sides, JC and Bachta. JC shot just through the crease into the far corner. Touch pass by the Blades as they try to clear the zone, but kept alive by Howard. This puck picked up by Howard. He gets around some traffic. Gets tripped up. JC comes away with it. JC all alone in the slot. Quick shot. JC scores. Blocker side. Just underneath. Probably the blocker in lower half of the net inside the post. JC puts KC up 2-0 here with 7.5 minutes remaining in this first period. Hargadine collides with the Blades player at center ice. Weisner comes away with it. Weisner right back to JC. JC over to Hargadine, just barely across the blue line. He's trying to get that pass over to Wyatt. Wyatt just barely over the line on the exchange. Offsides call. Landon Weisner, Jack Phillips on D. Hargadine to take the face off, along with Howard and JC. Again, JC over to Hargadine. Hargadine trying to get through the slots, choked away by the Blades defense into the corner. Blades was skated up the near side. Stopped by Weisner. He plays around traffic. Jumps into the zone just over the line.
Come on!
Might have been Howard or Hargadine, I'm not sure. Just over the line there. Offsides call with 7 minutes remaining. Bring the face-off back outside the zone. Smith will take the face-off. Weisner and Myers are your wingers. Smith comes away with the puck after the face-off, trying to play it back into the crease for Logan Weisner, but it's covered up by the goalie. They let it play on, no whistle. It looked like he had it covered up. Late whistle there, created a little extra action in the crease. KC controls the face-off. Smith over to Myers. Shot from the point by Powell. Trying to get a tip on it with Smith. Weisner plays it back down low for Smith. Smith behind the net. Trying to kick it to himself. Back over to Weisner. Couple Blades players back there jamming it up. They'll try to clear it out. It'll come back to the point for Powell. Powell flips it right back down low to Myers. Myers cross-ice pass. He finds Weisner on the far side. Quick look. Good shot. Saved by the Blades goalie. Great puck movement there as Myers found Weisner on the far side. Got the shot off. Good save by the Blades goalie. Johnson on the ice with Dungy and Brown. Powell and Hill, all your defenders. Johnson wins it over to the left side to Dungy. He tried to tap it back to Hill, but Blades player streaking through there. Got the better of that. Powell hits the brakes. Creates a little space, trying to chip it ahead to Dungy. It's tied up. Dungy does dig it out. Dungy comes away with it. He's got Brown. Taps it over to Johnson. Brown pulls up on the blue line. Johnson takes out 2 Blades players. Lone defender skates it back out of the zone. Gotta wait to get back on side as Brown is holding up for Johnson. The Blades eventually chip it away. Barron streaking around some traffic through the neutral zone across the red line. Barron goes wide left over the blue line, pulls it back to himself, levels a player, streaking.
Come on,
Barron's just streaking through.
Come on, ref.
They're going to give Barron a penalty, although he has the puck. He's skating through the traffic. That should not be a penalty, but Barron, being the bigger player, always draws the attention when a kid gets leveled like that. I don't see Barron going to the box, but it looked like Barron felt like he was going to get a penalty, but let's see.
That's not even not the boy penalty.
Maybe they're calling interference on the Blades player. We'll find out. They seem to be talking to the Blades bench like maybe they have the penalty. Barron with the right to the lane, skating with the puck. That is the right call.
I don't think it's the right call.
Well, it's not on Asher.
No, but it's still not the right call.
Well, if they're going to call on anybody, it's a little
I
interference.
don't think it's the right call because he just ran through the end. That's it.
Certainly it wasn't a penalty on Barron, but Blades take the penalty. And they got worse for the wear on that check there, so double whammy. 5:42 remaining. Waiting for the arena clock to show the penalty here. Smith will take the face-off with Allender and Johnson on the wing. Wiesner and Barron are your defenders. Minute 30 penalty is on the board. And KC wins the face-off back to Barron. Barron quickly over to Wiesner. Wiesner with a quick wrist shot on target. Loose puck right in front, dug out by the Blades defense. They kick it over to the far side, trying to clear it out. Kept in by KC. Johnson dug it out momentarily. A poke check by Wiesner. The Blades will come away with it, and they clear it out of the zone. Good back check by Allender. He chips it ahead to Johnson. Johnson around some traffic back to Smith. Loose puck picked up by Johnson. Quick shot off the crossbar. And a good shot. Might have got a glove on it from a goalie, and then it tipped on the crossbar and went high left. Johnson picks up the rebound in the near corner. He'll chip it back over to Wiesner at the point. Wiesner trying to get around some traffic. Quick check there by the Blades player. Poked it back into the Kansas City zone, but Barron is back and no reset. Long outlet pass. He finds Howard right off the bench. Howard trying to outskate player right behind him. He's got some space. He's got Smith in the slot. Loose puck right in the slot. Johnson streaking in tow as well, but picked off by a Blades player. Wiesner comes away with it at center ice. He plays it off the boards for Johnson. Johnson and Smith over the line. They play it back to Howard in the slot, who gets around some traffic, but just got upended, lost his edge. They're not running the clock here for the penalties, so I'm not sure how much time is left. Wiesner gets around some traffic, takes a shot, might have gone off Howard. Kicked into the near side. I think the penalty's about expired. It was 5:40, I think, but they're not running the clock on the penalty. We're down to about a minute 30 on this. Quick shot, Barron scores. We'll call that a power play goal. It may have been towards the end of that penalty period. That'll pull the Blades player out of the box regardless, but I feel like they were probably towards the end or even past that minute 30 penalty, but for some reason they never started the clock on the penalty. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in this first period. Tie up at center ice. I'm not sure the puck ever moved for a few seconds there. Eventually kicked back to Hill. Hill trying to play it up to Howard. They're going to call the tip. No icing. They play on. The Blades player digs it out, trying to chip it up the far side. Long outlet pass at center ice. Tape to tape. Powell is one man back to try to get it through. Powell, they skated around into the slot. Quick shot. Eager got a piece of it. Might have hit part of the post. Chipped up high into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Hill. He plays it back to behind the net to Powell. Collision there with JC on the near side. Howard comes away with it. Casey trying to skate it up. Hill skating up through center ice. He'll dump it in. Howard dumps it in, heads back to the bench. Powell and Hargadine in the neutral zone. Argadine chips it away, comes away with it momentarily. Bakta picks up the loose puck. Bakta trying to get some space. He plays it right on target. Right leg pad saved by the Blades goalie. Set back down below by Weisner. Bakta picks it up. Bakta trying to chip it back to the point for Landon Weisner. Weisner plays around some traffic back down low for Bakta. Bakta looking for a pass into the slot. He had Smith streaking, but picked off. Poke check there at the blue line, though. Weisner comes away with it. He's got Smith streaking. Weisner trying to find Smith. Goes off the skate of a Blades player. Good look there by Weisner. Just couldn't get it through the needle there. Couldn't thread the needle. Weisner chips it back down low. Got Smith who turns around, fires it back looking for Landon Weisner at the point. Landon Weisner trying to buy some time. Scoots around some traffic. Trying to play it back down lower to the point. He plays it low to Bakta. KC loses the puck. The Blades will chip it all the way out. Weisner back checking. Phillips is back as well. Phillips will pick it up. Phillips will skate it behind his own net. Looking for an outlet pass. He finds Weisner on the far side. Weisner trying to chip it around the boards. Lost the handle. It comes back to the Blades in their own zone. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Bakta pursuing. Myers there as well. They skated around low to Landon Weisner right in front. Quick shot and they score. Good puck movement there by the Blades. They played it just below the red line, then a pass to the back door. One-timer just under Eager's glove side. And the Blades are on the board 3-1. Right at 2 minutes remaining in this first period. 3-1. The arena clock shows, or scoreboard shows 2-1. It is 3-1. Yeah, they've got it updated now, so 3-1 Kansas City. 2 minutes remaining. Quick face-off win by KC. Barron picks up the puck at center ice. Barron skates it through some traffic. Just lost the handle a little bit. Floats behind the red line. Barron will dig it out again. Trying to get a centering pass right in front or a wraparound. Loose puck in front. Trickling through. The goalie has it covered up. It's just sliding all around the blue paint right there. Brown was there trying to get a crack at it along with Barron. Blades goalie eventually got a mid on it and covered it up. Stoppage here with 1:43 remaining in the first. Blades control the face-off momentarily, but a couple good poke checks by KC. They disrupt that clearing attempt. Barron with a shot goes off of the Blades defender. They corral the puck and head back the other direction. McClin is back. Barron is back checking. They force him wide right. Leg pad saved by Eager. Rebound kicks out. Myers will dig it out. Myers across center ice. He's got Brown streaking 2-on-2 as second Blades player just came off the bench in time to poke check that away from Myers. Brown goes into the boards, lost an edge. Got a little shove from behind. Looks like they'll call a penalty there. Cross check with, as we said, if you can see the numbers, don't put the check on him. And Blades player came in from behind, right on Brown's number 87. That'll draw the cross check penalty. KC back on the power play here. Just over a minute remaining in the first. See if they run the penalty clock this time. KC wins a face-off. Back to Weiser on the point. Allender picked up the puck right in front. One-timer from Johnson, just shot it wide. Smith will dig it out. He plays it back to the point to Barron. Barron off the boards. Around some traffic. Now they're going to get Barron for a penalty. As player skated into Barron and got the worst of the collision. They call that a penalty. Interesting calls here. Calling quite a bit. So Barron goes off with 54 seconds remaining in the first. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah. KC controls the face-off. 4-on-4 hockey here. Player in the bench, or in the box, I should say. One for each team. A little more open ice here for this last minute. Johnson chasing after that. Cross-ice pass, though, by the Blades. A quick shot turned aside by Eager. Decided to scoop it up and hang on to that one. Shot it to the far side. The leg pad save, and he hangs on to it. Half a minute remaining here in the first. KC controls the face-off. Powell picks up the puck, he'll circle behind his own net. Hits the brakes, trying to evade some traffic, goes right back behind Eager the other direction. Pass over to Smith. Smith touches it over to Johnson. Johnson streaking across the neutral zone, but a poke check there disrupts the rush momentarily. He plays it around some traffic. A couple good poke checks there by the Blades. They've got about 10 seconds left. One more rush for the Blades. They play it all the way through, gets this all the way into the crease, turned aside by Eager. Stick save. Loose puck comes in front. Johnson bangs it out. 4 seconds remaining. Johnson may get a shot off here, and that'll do it. Just over the blue line as the buzzer sounded. Didn't quite have time to pull the trigger. KC heads into the second period up 3-1. Well, they don't have him on the board, but it seems like there'd be a little bit of time left in some of those penalties. But I think Barron went off at 1:06, so would imagine there's still some time to burn off of that. See what they do when they start the second period. How are you? Good. Good. Yeah, this is a pretty slick app, but I need a really good internet connection. I don't have it here, so I'm just recording on my phone this time.
I heard you griping about it yesterday. I'm glad I wasn't the pain in the
Yeah, brutal. I'm losing people to live barn. I really know I've lost my temper.
competition. Yours is on live barn.
Well, I mean, there's a live barn feed here, but the internet's so bad I can't. So some of the people on our thread were like, "I'm gonna go watch live barn." Yeah, exactly. Not YouTube, but it's just so weak. That's the whole point, because live barn, you don't know who's who.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, little ants out there. All right, we're heading into the second period here. KC up 3-1. They do have both players in the box to start this period. 4-on-4 for a little bit longer. I'm not quite sure because they don't have the time on there. But KC controls the face-off. Weisner digs it out. He'll play it up the far side. But picked off in the neutral zone by the Blades. They play it right back down. KC regroups. Weisner over to Phillips. Phillips over to Smith. Here on the near board. Smith trying to get through some traffic. Touch pass up to Allender. Allender forced wide down into the corner. He'll play it back to Smith. Face-off dot shot goes off the side of the net. Smith chases down his own rebound. He'll play it back down low behind the net. 5-on-5. The penalties are complete for both teams. Back to full strength. Bakta slides it into the crease. Loose puck all the way across. Smith will pick it up. He plays it back to Phillips. Phillips with a shot. Just wide left. Loose puck comes right in front. The goalie's sitting on it as Phillips' shot trickled back into the crease just as the goalie was falling down.
Move your puck.
Good chance there for Phillips. Just wide left of the post. Goalie sits on the rebound. We get a stoppage in play here. Face-off squirts up to the side here. Phillips trying to keep it alive with Bakta. They chip it back down low. Blades trying to chip it out. They kind of fanned on it momentarily. Allender there tied up with Bakta trying to keep it alive. Allender comes away with it. They just kind of backing it into the crease. A little tip by the Blades player. Almost redirected it inside the post. Blades trying to send it out, but Johnson digs it out momentarily. Just out of his reach, though. The Blades come the other direction. Phillips back with Weisner. Poke check by Phillips. Weisner ends up on his stick, and he'll skate it out. He taps it over to Allender. Allender gets around some traffic. Allender into center ice. Long outlet pass, trying to hit Johnson on the skate, but Bakta just ahead of the blue line as the pass didn't quite get there in time. Offsides, Kansas City. They'll change up the lines.
Couple of hits, man.
11.5 minutes remaining here. Hargadine to take the face off. He's got Howard and JC with him. Hill and Powell on D. KC controls it. They play it back to Hill. Hill waits for a little space there, trying to play it up to Howard. Puck squirts out, dug out by Hargadine across the blue line. Hargadine pulls the trigger, stick save by the Blades goalie, turned aside. They try to clear it out, comes back to the point. Powell sends it right back down. A little back and forth though as Blades player picked it up. 4-on-1 break here for the Blades, and they throw an errant pass over to the right side. Hill was the only man back for KC. Blades had 4-on-1, and off-target pass disrupted that rush. Blades play it back to the right point, trying to get a shot. They'll play it back down low. Hill chasing after it. They dig it out over to Hargadine. Hargadine sauces it up to JC, trying to get it around some traffic. Howard plays it back over to JC. JC streaking on the right side. He's got Hargadine on the left. JC goes down low, plays it behind the net, over to Hargadine. And we're going to get a penalty here, a stoppage in play. Hargadine touched up the puck, which makes me think it's a KC penalty, but we'll see. It's interesting. Stop the play. It's a Blades penalty, but why'd they blow the whistle if we had the puck? I thought it'd be our penalty because Wyatt touched it. Hargadine touches up the puck, they blow the whistle and stop the delayed penalty. It never really was delayed, I suppose, but
Yeah, we should have advantage with it.
yeah. KC goes on the power play again. They win it back to the point over to Weisner. Weisner over to Barron. Barron with a quick snapshot. Looks like it hit a defender on the way to the net. Trickles behind the net. Get another stoppage in play. Puck landed on the back of the net, it looks like. Ten and a half minutes remaining here. Hargadine wins the face-off back to Barron. Barron right back door looking for JC. Great. He threaded the needle all the way over to JC on the back door. Great puck movement. JC circles around some traffic. Loses an edge momentarily. The Blades will pick it up and they'll clear the zone. Off-target pass, though. Picked up by Barron. He chips it right back to Hargadine. Hargadine tied up here. He's got JC in support as well, but the Blades chip it down low, and Barron will bring it back in zone and regroup. Over to Weisner. Back to Howard. Howard, JC, and Hargadine across the blue line. Good drop pass for Hargadine. Quick shot inside post. Kicked aside by the Blades goalie. JC plays it right back to Barron on the point. Weisner spins around. The Blades player gets through some traffic. We're going to get a hooking penalty here as Weisner tied him up. They let this one play on. Shot saved by Eager and touched up by Barron. Great save by Eager with his right leg pad out there. Get a hooking penalty, it looks like, on Weisner as he tied up his man, streaking into the neutral zone. Weisner goes to the bench here with 9.5 minutes remaining. That'll even things up. Back to more open ice, 4-on-4. Powell, Hill, Johnson, and Bachta on the ice for Kansas City. Loose puck dug out momentarily by the Blades, but they lost the handle, and Bachta picks it up. Bachta sends it behind the net for Powell. Powell circles up the right side, chips it ahead to Johnson, trying to get it out of the zone, but kept in at the point by the Blades, turned aside by Eager. Hill drops a pass for Powell behind his own net. He'll circle up the right side. Trying to find Johnson, kept in at the point though. Trying to chip it ahead to Johnson, but kept in by the Blades. KC rolls it around behind their own net. They'll push it up the left side with Bachta. Bachta plays it off the boards for Johnson. Johnson pulls it back, just lost the handle, trying to pull it back to himself. Bachta was there as well, but intercepted by the Blades. Blades rush the other direction. Good pressure by Johnson and Bachta on the far side. Blades trying to set something up. They're on a power play now, 5-on-4. About a minute left in the man advantage for the Blades.
You can pass us.
Blades chip it in down low, trying to set something up on the far side. Powell and Johnson are there. Powell digs it out. Powell chips it up the right side, but kept in again by the Blades. Blades trying to play it over the right side. Poke checked away, though, by Bachta. Bachta will clear it off the sideboards. It'll be an icing call when it gets there. Slides all the way down to get a stoppage in play. The clock is running for some reason. I'll let mine run down and get that matched up. 20 seconds or so remaining on the penalty. On the board to Wisner, although I don't see Wisner in the box. Nobody really knows what's going on here, apparently. Clock says 23 seconds remaining. Wisner's not in the penalty box, but they seem to think there's 1 second remaining in the power play, so interesting. Trying to set something up behind the net here. Good poke checks by Casey, disrupting that. Blades player goes hard into the boards. Blades will reset in the neutral zone. They come all the way back. Forecheck pressure here by Logan Wisner. Clearing attempt picked off by Barron at center ice. Barron tries to jump through some traffic over the blue line. He's got Wisner and Smith. Clearing attempt picked off momentarily by McClin at center ice. Let's see what we get here. Stoppage in play. Face off won by the Blades, but a lazy pass right there picked off by Brown. Brown trying to get a shot off, poke checked away. Brown has it on his stick again. He'll play it back to the point to Barron. Barron shot from the point, tip, goes off the side post. Got tipped on the way to the net and hit the post and went wide. Blades trying to clear it out. Barron will circle back in the neutral zone. He plays it up off the boards, trying to find Brown. Brown over the blue line. He's into the zone. He's got Johnson in tow. Poke check by the Blades player there, just as Brown was trying to find his way to the slot. Johnson ties up the man. He's got Dungy behind him. Dungy digs it out. Dungy tries to chip it over to Brown. Picked off by the Blades, top of the slot. They quickly clear it out. Couple poke checks at center ice. The puck flutters back to McClin. McClin picks it up. He'll play it over to Brown to the blue line. Brown trying to pull it back through some traffic there, but poke checked away by the Blades. 6.5 minutes remaining in this second period. Johnson goes hard into a player at the far boards there. Dungy there is support as well. The Blades come away with it. Blades circle around. McClin pinches down to keep the play alive. Brown picks it up, tries to get a centering pass. It's blocked. Brown will spin around and play it back over to Johnson behind the net. Johnson gets tied up and a poke check, loses the puck. Dungy will pick it up. Dungy trying to find some space to make a pass. He's tied up on the near boards. He'll skate around some traffic, pass it right into the slot. Brown was there, just bouncing puck, couldn't get it settled. Barron with a quick shot from the top of the circle. Back door was Dungy. Dungy's tied up on the near side. Trying to dig it out. Johnson comes away with it. Johnson trying to get a shot. He gets pulled down in the face-off dot. Blades come the other direction. 2-on-2. Barron is back with McClin. McClin forces his man wide right. Shot. Stick save. Turned into the far corner by Eager. Blades come away with it. They played around some traffic through the face-off circle. Back to the right point. Weak shot. Doesn't get through the traffic. Dungy tries to chip it out of the zone. He gets a backhand on it. That'll clear the zone. Casey will get some fresh legs on the ice. Myers is on the ice, along with Smith. McClin and Phillips are your defenders at the moment. Or McClin and Wisner, I should say, are your defenders at the moment. Wisner gets around some traffic down to the face-off circle. Phillips on the ice. Defensive unit has a full change now. Myers chasing after behind the Blades net. Blades coming with it to try to clear it out. Comes back to Wisner at the point. Blades streaking up the left side. Phillips is back checking. The Blades player gets down to the face-off circle. Shot saved by Eager. Phillips digs it out of the crease. After the shot, Smith trying to chip it out of some traffic. Myers digs it out, trying to chip it up. Phillips is there. Phillips backhands it up to Smith, but kept in at the point. Shot from the point, picked off by Wisner. Wisner plays it through some traffic. It looked like that might have got over the blue line, but maybe not. They'll keep the play alive. They'll chip it back down low, and Wisner will chase after it. Wisner taps it up to Bakta. Bakta outlet pass to Smith. Smith and Myers streaking through the neutral zone. 4.5 minutes remaining in the second period. They'll dump it in. Myers will chase it out behind the net. Trying to pick it up behind the Blades net, but lost the handle. Good poke check by JC. JC keeps it alive. He'll circle behind the Blades net. Howard on the ice as well. Howard with a great centering pass for Hargadine. Lost the handle trying to pull the trigger on the one-timer there. Good puck movement from Howard to Hargadine. Powell plays it right back to center ice looking for Hill. Just under 4 minutes remaining. JC digs it out. Goes across the blue line into the near corner. Good pass out to the point for Powell. Powell goes around some traffic, tries to get a shot. Blocked off of the shin guard with the Blades player. Hargadine digs out the rebound. Hargadine kicks it back to himself down low to Howard. Howard looking for a quick shot high over the crossbar. It was a tough angle. Thought a little window there. Put a good shot just over the crossbar. Loose puck picked up by Howard. Plays it over to Hargadine behind the net. Hargadine trying to get a wraparound. Loose puck in the crease. Jammed on it again by JC. Loose puck. They finally blow it dead. A couple good attempts there. Hargadine with the wraparound. JC tried to tap it in. Eventually covered up by the Blades goalie. Johnson will take the face-off. Allender and Weisner are your wingers. Johnson wins it over to Allender. Loose puck picked up by Johnson. He's tied up in the far corner. Logan Weisner there in support. 2 players from each team tied up on the far side. Blades come away with it. They'll play it back to the D-man. Circling around, trying to play it out. Outlet pass. Picked off by Weisner. KC gets back on side. Weisner trying to chip it over to Allender. Allender across the blue line. Kicked right back out by the Blades and put right back in by Hill. Good pressure by Johnson. Outlet pass intercepted by Allender. Allender trying to find some space here for a pass, but the Blades with a poke check. They disrupt that and clear the zone. Blades up the left side. Johnson back checking. Johnson takes a crack at it. Uses his body to gain leverage there. Stops that rush. The Blades come away with it at center ice in the neutral zone. Allender chipping it ahead looking for Weisner. Weisner trying to find Johnson. Tied up on the near boards, but Johnson comes away with it. Johnson all alone across the blue line, trying to go through 3 defenders. Poke checked away in the corner, but good pressure by Johnson to keep that alive. Just out of the zone, though. KC will have to regroup. Hill circles around some traffic. KC back on side. Hill taps it over to Smith. Smith plays it on the far side for Brown. Brown with a shot. Not sure if the goalie got a glove on it, but it went wide. Smith behind the net, battling. They're going to get a penalty on Smith here. Pushed him from behind. And it'll be a cross check. Blades player's back on his feet, but Smith will go off here with... Sorry about that. 1:47 remaining in the second period. And that'll bring the face-off back down into Kansas City zone. Not quite sure how they run the penalties here. They're 1.5-minute penalties, but they put them on the board at 2 minutes, and then they try to let the kids out when there's 30 seconds left, instead of just putting up the minute 30. Clearing attempt, they're going to call an icing, but it's on target, no icing. Great clearing attempt by Kansas City. Burn some clock on the penalty kill here. Blades pick it up, try to clear the zone. Bacta dumps it over the blue line, but offsides call. Howard was streaking back, not quite out of the zone yet. 1:33 remaining after the offsides call. Blades control the face-off. They play it back to the lefty who tries to skate through some traffic. Bacta tied him up along with Barron. Poke check though. The Blades come the other direction. McClin the only one back. 2-on-1 break here. McClin forces him wide. Stick save by Eager. They're banging away at it. They're blowing the whistle. No action after the whistle. Good save by Eager. He stands tall and covers it up. After the quick 2-on-1 rush there by the Blades. Face-off controlled by the Blades. They're trying to pull the trigger at the right point there, but couldn't find the handle. Poke checked away. Another quick shot. Saved by Eager. He's got his leg pad on it. Pinched against the post there. Loose puck. Hasn't quite been covered up. Loose puck slides into the crease. Chipped out by Howard. Blades players trying to get a crack at it. It's just scored it out, and Howard pushed it up and out of the zone. Blades trying to get an outlet pass through the neutral zone. Onto the far side, face-off circle. Loose puck picked up by Barron, trying to chip it out. Bouncing puck. Howard has a crack at it, but it's dumped back in by the Blades. Blades will circle around behind the KC net. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Blades play it back to the left point, back down low. Centering pass turned out by Howard. Loose puck in front of the crease. Quick shot, and they beat Eager on the left side. Quick snapshot, top of the slot. Just over the blocker side. That makes it 3-2 Kansas City here with 31 seconds remaining in this first period. That'll negate the power play. KC back to full strength. Phillips and Weisner on D. Dungy, Weisner, and Allender are your forwards. Weisner plays it back to Phillips. Phillips trying to circle around some traffic. He plays it back to Weisner. Weisner plays it off the boards, creates some space for himself. He's pushing up the left side. 17 seconds remaining. Weisner going down low on the left side, trying to get a shot into the slot. Backdoor. Good attempt there. He got it over to Dungy with a backhand. Allender digs it out. They play it back to the point for Weisner. 6 seconds. Shot from Weisner. Tip in front. Trying to get it through. Dungy was there. Blocked, and that'll do it for the second period. A flurry of action there towards the end of the second, but KC sees the game tighten up here. 3-2 going into the third. One final period here. All right, the teams break the huddle. 29 seconds remaining on the intermission clock here. Eager back in net. Teams have flipped the ice. One more 13-minute period here. I believe I've heard if win or lose with some of the head-to-heads they have this weekend, the boys will have one more game at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So be nice to get another pool play win here. Finish 3-1 in pool play, but it sounds like they might have a 3 o'clock game regardless. So. And we're underway. Smith take the face off with Allender and Bachta on the wings. They chip it back to McClin on the left D. He plays it over to Bachta at center ice. Bachta streaking through the red line. Over the blue line into the offensive zone. He plays it around some traffic. Quick shot by Bachta. Blocker save. Good quick snapshot by Bachta. Looking for that top left corner, but goalie got his blocker up there just in time. Blades dig it out, trying to set something up. They'll play it over to the far side. Outlet pass into the neutral zone. Picked off though by McClin. McClin trying to tap it ahead. The Blades bang it up the other direction. Smith is there. Couple players get turned around. Loose puck squirts out to the right side. Blades come across blue line with it, but McClin is there with a good poke check. Playing up the left side. Trying to get through some traffic. He'll just slide it into the zone. Set up shop on the point here. Allender chasing after it. They try to clear it out, but Barron's there at the right point. Barron plays it back down low, bangs off the back of the net. Allender chasing behind the net. Blades come away with it, and they try to clear it. Blades will play it back down low to a defender. Circles around the ref, using the ref as a pick point. Hargadine pursuing there as well with Smith. Blades eventually dig it out. Long cross-ice pass, blocked by Barron. Had his glove on it, knocked it down. McClin will pick up that loose puck. McClin circles around, trying to find some space. They play it back to JC on the near boards. JC will skate it up the right side into the neutral zone. JC across the blue line. Chips it ahead where Hargadine's chasing after it. JC and Hargadine both down there. The Blades chip it out, up into the neutral zone. It comes all the way back to center ice where Weisner picks it up. Weisner over to Barron. Barron plays it off the boards, trying to bang it around there, but the ref got in the way. Barron again chips it up the far side. Loose puck comes back, but Barron finds it again. Barron will skate it through the red line into the offensive zone, trying to get through some traffic. Poke checked away at the last second. Loose puck right in front, trying to bang it in. It's behind the goalie, not covered up. We're going to get probably a penalty here. Look like a little... action after whistle. I think they got JC for a roughing or a cross check after the fact. We'll see. Referee seems to be escorting JC somewhere. He goes off, which will bring the face-off back down in the Kansas City zone. KC goes on the penalty kill. Face-off controlled by the Blades. They're in the slot trying to get a shot. Can't get turned around right, though. Weisner forces him on the near side. Weisner lost his stick momentarily, picked it back up. Blades regroup. They play it back to the right D, trying to get a shot. Glove save. Low right shot there on the low side, and Eager put his glove on it and hangs on. Hargadon to take the face-off. Phillips and Weisner on D. Phillips picks up the puck. He'll play it over to Weisner behind the net. Weisner, outlet pass over to Howard. Howard touches it over to Hargadon. Hargadon one-on-one, trying to get through some traffic, trying to kick it ahead to himself. Lost the handle on the poke check. The Blades rush the other direction. Blades chip it up the left side. Good poke check by Weisner. Weisner poke checked it away, but got a shoulder in for the Blades player. I think that'll send Weisner off. Maybe it was Howard. I guess I didn't quite see who took the collision there. It's poke check by Weisner, but then someone got tangled up. No call, actually. It might have just been an offside, so my bad. A little bit of time left in the penalty kill to JC. JC is still shorthanded. Blades trying to clear it out, get something set up. A good forecheck pressure by KC, even on the penalty kill. Onside. Centering pass attempt, kicked aside by Kansas City. Johnson out there with Dungy. Or Powell, I should say, with Powell. Powell ties up his man behind the net. Loose puck. Centering attempt, kicked aside by Hill. Hill trying to play it out to Weisner. Got poke checked away. Loose puck comes into the slot. Couple attempts there by the Blades. They just couldn't get their stick on it. Johnson tries to clear it out. Blades try a shot from the point. Kept in, though. Went off one of their own players. Centering attempt picked up by Powell. Powell trying to play it off the boards and out. Johnson bangs it into the neutral zone. At least we clear the zone there. Loose puck picked up by Weisner. Weisner across the blue line. Trying to get a little backhand centering pass, but it hit a Blades defender. Just over 9 minutes remaining. The Blades pick it up and rush to the neutral zone. A couple touch passes back and forth. Blades lose the handle, though, and Smith will take it out the other direction. Smith up the right side, trying to get around some traffic. Poke check there by the Blades player, disrupted that rush. Powell and Myers in the near corner. Smith there as well, trying to dig it out. Poke check by the Blades. They'll reset that one. Barron picks it up. Barron over the right side. Gets through the slot, trying to get a shot. Poke checked away. Barron loses an edge. Blades pick it up and go the other direction. Smith is back. Dungy back checking McClin in the slot. Blades trying to get something set up. Loose puck in front, bouncing, and Eager had it for a moment. Knocked it aside, laid in the crease. Puck just floating in the crease right there, but eventually kicked aside. McClin taps it over to Myers. Myers back to McClin on the right side. McClin skating around some traffic, trying to get a centering pass. He pulls up short. He's got Smith on the point. Decides to circle back around again, trying to buy some time. Pass over to Barron, just under the blue line. Quick shot. Bouncer, and it bounces just outside the right side of the crease. Good shot by Barron. Saved by the goalie. Fluttered up and landed on the right side of the crease. Looked like it might have had a chance to bounce in, but it bounced right. Blades with a shot. Blocked by Barron. Barron and Smith the other direction. Barron across the red line into the offensive zone. He gets through the slot. Again, loses an edge in the same exact spot. Got tangled up with a player right in the slot. Lost an edge. Brown tied up on the near side. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in this final frame. A few players from each team, 3 from each team tied up on the side there. Barron heads back to the ice while they're tied, back to the bench, I should say, while they're tied up. Phillips on the ice with Weisner for the defense. Dug out by the Blades. They rush the other direction. Weisner forces him wide. Centering pass. Kicked aside by Eager. And it goes in. I thought he had it blocked. It must have bounced in. And that ties it up. Looked like Eager had a stick in his leg pad there to turn it aside, but it must have bounced up and fluttered in just over the leg pad. That makes it 3-3 here with just over 7 minutes remaining. Bacta digs out the face-off, rushes down the face-off circle, trying to get a quick shot, leg pad save, loose puck in front, and they bang it in, and Johnson answers immediately after that. Kansas City back up by 1 goal, 4-3. Bacta with good pressure, streaking down the right side, put a shot on target, rebound right there in the crease for Johnson, and Johnson taps it in. Casey goes back up by 1 goal. Quick answer there by Kansas City. Johnson taps it over to Bacta, trying to do the same thing, rush up the right side. Poke checked away. Weisner plays it over to Phillips. Phillips plays it over to Johnson. Johnson off the boards, into the offensive zone. Chasing after it is Bacta. Allender there as well. Allender chips it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to get a centering pass over to Allender. Loose puck comes down. Landon Weisner picks it up. Landon Weisner pinches down. Allender floats back to the right D. Weisner comes away with it, comes into the crease, backhand shot, bangs off the goalie's leg pad and kicks out. Blades pick it up, they'll rush up the right side. Phillips is back with Allender. Weisner is back checking. They go wide right. Centering pass goes all the way through the crease, picked up by Bacta. Casey will rush the other direction. Allender trying to bang it through some traffic. Taps it over, maybe finding Johnson, but poke checked away by the Blades. Blades pick it up at center ice across the blue line. Drop pass there, trying to find someone on the point, but Allender chips it out of the zone. Blades will regroup. 6 minutes remaining in the period. Blades played around some traffic, trying to pass it ahead, picked off by Powell. Powell over to Howard. Howard across the blue line. Howard trying to toe drag it around some traffic. He pulls it in the far corner. Blocks the clearing attempt by the Blades there. Howard comes away with it again. Good pressure in the far corner there. Eventually cleared out by the Blades. Good back check by JC. JC comes away with it. JC trying to play it back through some traffic. Touch pass over to Hargadine. Hargadine chasing after it. No icing. Hargadine picks it up. Circles behind the net. Trying to play it all the way back to the point for Powell. But picked off by the Blades. Loose puck picked up by Howard at center ice. He taps it over to JC. JC over to Hargadine. Hargadine back to Howard. Back to JC just behind him. They're going to get a Blades player for a penalty here. I didn't see the call, but Casey will go on the man advantage. Casey hanging on to a 1-goal lead here. Goes on the power play. 5:05 remaining in the game. Smith will take the face-off with Johnson and Logan Weisner on your wings. Landon Weisner at the right point. Shot, looking for a tip. Smith right there trying to bang in the rebound. Looks like it might have hit Smith initially. Loose puck dug out by Logan Weisner. Plays it back to his brother Landon Weisner. Back down to Logan. Trying to keep it alive with a point. Good job by Weisner to keep that attempt to clear it out of there. Weisner pinches down the face-off circle, trying to get a shot. Loose puck. Johnson with the one-timer rebound. Leg pad save by the Blades goalie. Good play by the goalie as it looked like Johnson was there on the back door for a goal. Weisner tied up on the near side. Smith there in support as well. Logan Weisner digs it out, taps it back to Landon Weisner. Landon Weisner back to the point, just over the blue line. Kansas City will reset. Barron touches it up to Logan Weisner, who sends it into the near corner. Smith pursuing. They try to clear it out. Comes back over to Johnson. Johnson back to Barron at the point. Shot from Barron at the point. Glove save. Logan Weisner right there for a rebound. But goalie hangs on to it after the glove save. We'll get a face-off here. 4:05 remaining. And I have no idea how much time is left in the penalty. It says 1:01, but if they were starting it at 2 minutes like they've been doing, maybe only 30 seconds. We'll see here. Casey on the man advantage for at least another half minute, maybe more. Hargadine take the drop. Loose puck bounced around a few times, and the Blades come away with it. Powell and Hill back on D. Back checking is JC. Blades streaking up the right side. Good play by Powell to get his leg down and block that centering attempt by the Blades player. JC behind his own net. He plays it over to Hargadine. Hargadine trying to chip it around some traffic. Kept in by the Blades player, but picked up by Powell. Powell streaking down the right side, trying to get through some traffic. Powell dropped pass over for Howard, but just overskated it. Trying to keep the play alive, and the Blades cleared out. Penalty is over. Back to full strength. Powell runs down the puck in his own zone. He plays it over to Hargadine. He tried to chip it ahead to JC, but picked off by the Blades player, but they were offsides with one player still in the zone. Now to bring the face-off outside the blue line with 3:22 remaining. KC up 4-3. Johnson to take the face-off. Brown and Denji are your wingers. Johnson wins it. Denji picks it up, dumps it in the neutral zone, but picked up by the Blades, and they send it right back into KC zone. Hill chasing after it. Hill plays it up to Dungy. Dungy trying to backhand it out of the zone. It chips up and over the blue line. They clear the zone. They got to wait to get back onside. Hill intercepts it. Hill trying to chip it on the boards to somebody else, but kept in by the Blades. Powell picks it up behind his own net. He plays it over to Brown. Brown chips it up the boards, trying to find Johnson, but picked off by the Blades at center ice. They send it in momentarily, but Hill skates it out. Be an icing call as it was behind the red line when Hill let that one go. So we'll get a stoppage in play here. Another face-off back in the Kansas City zone. Face-off won by Kansas City. They play it over to Barron. Barron pushes it up the right side into the neutral zone, trying to get a backhand attempt over to Allender. Great pass over to Allender. Allender with a shot right on target. Myers there looking for a rebound, but saved by the Blades goalie, and he hung on to that one. Great pass by Barron over to Allender.
Nice backhand.
Backhand sauce up to Allender, streaking down the right side. Great look there. Smith to take the face-off in the offensive zone. Blades win it momentarily, but lose the handle, and Myers picks up the puck behind the Blades net. Myers trying to evade some traffic. Get a pass over to Allender just out of his reach. The Blades will pick it up. They play it back down low, and they play it behind their net. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the contest. Blades trying to clear it out. McLean keeps it in at the point. He'll send it back down behind the Blades net. Blades circle around some traffic. They play it over to the far corner. Trying to sauce it out of there. Kept in by Smith. Eventually cleared out, though, by the Blades. McLean running after it. Trying to play it over to Barron. Couldn't quite get it out. Good back check, though. Shot. Quick shot by the Blades player. Goes wide right. They send it right back down low. Turned aside by Eager. Smith trying to carry it around his own net, but a poke check there by the Blades keeps it alive. Myers trying to dig it out. Myers with a good stick. Trying to go through the ref and chip it out of there. Too much traffic there. Can't really find a good handle to pull it out of the zone. Quick shot high. Might have hit a defender. Bounced into the far or the near side, and the Blades will reset. Play it back to the right winger. Just over the line, it looked like. No offsides call. Barron picks up the puck. Barron trying to clear it out. Hit a player right in the shoulder. He's hurt. Another quick shot by Barron. Knocks the stick out of the hand. Barron got two people on that one there. Knocked one guy down, knocked a stick out of another guy. Blades trying to keep it alive. McLean trying to chip it out. McLean and Allender on the near side along with Smith. Empty net for the Blades. Under a minute remaining here. Extra attacker for the Blades. Allender trying to clear it out. He does. They clear the zone. Blades will have to reset. Myers with a good poke check. Disrupted that rush. Smith with a great poke check. Smith trying to send it down into the net. We'll get an icing call. 30 seconds remaining. If you're the Blades, that's what you want. You got the stoppage in play. You got the extra attacker. Icing call brings it back down in the Kansas City zone. KC needs a couple more face-off wins. Maybe one. We'll see. Burn some clock. Maybe get an empty netter. Johnson to take the face-off. Bakta, Wisner, Phillips, Landon Wisner on the ice for Kansas City. Blades win it back, blocked by Logan Wisner. Goes into the far corner. Phillips chasing after it. Blades coming away with it behind the red line. Trying to get a little pass into the crease, forced wide. Bakta. Loose puck right there. Turns, fires, shot. They score. Extra attacker with 14 seconds on the clock. Blades tie it up. Loose puck bouncing around the crease. Just too much time down there. KC couldn't clear it. And the Blades tie it up here with 14.6 on the arena clock. Goalie back in the net for the Blades. Face-off win by Kansas City. Bakta trying to chip it over. Back to Powell. Tied up on the near boards here. 7 seconds remaining. Weiser maybe had a chance there to get through that, but poke checked away at the last second, and that will do it. Blades tied up at the very end. KC is so close to coming away with the victory the last 15 seconds. Everybody's words of encouragement there for Eager. He's clearly upset with the last second goal. So close. KC fights to a 4-4 tie here in this final game of pool play. Could be one more game this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Get that opponent determined here soon and see you this afternoon for the final game. 4-4 your final here in pool play. KC goes 2-1-1 in pool play. Headed to a bracket game this afternoon.